Hey guys, I have an exciting video for you guys today. We're going to be reacting to the Cathedral of Diablo, the behind the scenes video for the Cathedral of Diablo, and there's like a beta sweepstakes for this as well. It's all about the Cathedral of Diablo they just released, I believe yesterday. And yeah, this is going to be a reaction and also more of a. I also have some like slides at the end of this talking about like the church, the artwork, the Baroque art style, just kind of my thoughts on the art of Diablo because I find this stuff really cool and fun. Of course, I'm really excited to play the game and do all that, but I also just love the world and immersion of Diablo. So yeah, here we go. Let's do the first react to the Cathedral of Diablo. Here we go. Play. There we go. Okay. And I believe this is in France. So cool. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Hatred has returned, and she shall not relent until she has corrupted us all. But somewhere in the shadow of her darkness,
Damn.
you must cast your light
So good.
to find hope
So
in
cool.
a flash of steel.
We chills.
Or
There's the
wrath of
necromancer.
nature,
There's the druid. Werebear.
or power of flame.
Sorceress.
You must stand up to hatred,
There's the rogue.
or she will destroy us all.
Lilith. The barbarian.
Your time is now.
Deliver us from evil. So good, so good. I will say the Diablo 4 or just Diablo Blizzard marketing team and art team, they've been putting in the work and the money. I can't imagine how much all this marketing and stuff has cost. Very cool. All right, and so the next video is the behind the scenes. Here we go. Darkness has returned. I hope so. I hope so. Diablo 4. Diablo was born of Gothic artistic roots. Seems like it for sure. So we are immortalizing the game's haunting beauty by crafting a piece of art at an epic scale. The Chapel of Jesus. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Jesus. On the ceiling of the French church. So that's it before. That was it before. This is after it.
I
Masterpiece
thought
of
the
Evil.
mural project was absolutely not possible. The story of the painting is really the hero's journey.
John Mueller. He's the
their
art director
confrontation
for
with
Diablo.
Lilith. We hired a team of modern-day masters led by Adam Miller to bring the painting to life.
Adam Miller.
And
Okay.
this job intrigued me because it was painting a church. They wanted something in a Baroque style.
Look at that. I
and
wonder
the
how long
scale
this took.
And the speed of it seemed a bit insane, so I thought,
The canvases and the
let's give it
paint.
a try.
Oh look, that's
And
the
I asked
druid.
him when he was on
Oh, that's
site,
cool.
Has
Hold on.
he ever done it?
Let's give it a try.
So that's in the previous one we saw it fully completed. Look at that. That's so cool. Oop. Oh crap. Okay.
Adam Miller to bring the painting.
Let's just keep going. But that was
And
sweet.
this job intrigued me because it was
Look at
painting
that.
a
All right.
church. They wanted something in a Baroque style, and the scale and the speed.
A little
of it seemed
backtracked a little bit, that's
insane,
okay.
So I thought, let's give it a try.
So
I
cool.
asked him when he was on site, has he ever done anything like this before? And he said, no, absolutely not. This is insane. The art direction for Diablo 4 is really rooted in this idea of delivering on the fantasy of a dark, gothic medieval world.
Also canvas. Like watercolored effect and look. Not watercolored, but definitely
When Adam
canvas
called me
painting.
up and told me about this project, I was like, wait, we're painting what and how big?
Oh hey. Oh gosh, I'm gonna.
So when Adam
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm backtracking again.
called me up and told me about this.
So Billy Norby, hope I'm saying his name right. I actually was talking to him on Twitter a little bit because he gave me a little bit of explanation how they were able to do this, but I'll keep playing.
Project, I was like, wait, we're painting what and how big?
I talked to him for a little bit.
It's unlike, ordinary.
Look at that
realistic
dome. Oh, that was so
painting.
cool.
You have to go like bigger.
30 days? Only 30 days? That is,
I think the
that
main
is
goal
incredible.
was really
How much they
to
did in
make
30
something
days.
just epic in scale and call back to a time
Damn.
of Michelangelo and Da Vinci
Huh.
and these old masters that
Stuff I learned about in
defined
high
a
school.
generation of art. It's an honor to be
100% pure
associated with it.
evil.
It's been a long journey, and I cannot wait for players to experience the game for the first time. We'll see you in Sanctuary.
Awesome. That's so cool. Cool that Billy was in there. See, I don't know him. I just talked to him over Twitter. But I was really curious how they were able to you know, I'll go more into the church itself, but it's a historic building. So I was like, how the heck can you guys you know, build over this? But if you look at this video, I didn't pay attention the first time I was kind of looking at this stuff. It's on a canvas and it's just boarded up to the church. So it's not affecting the architectural or historic building. It's not damaging or doing anything to the building. It's literally just pasted onto the building. Like they can always pull it off if they need to. Anyways, and then this is the last video on this whole art thing, and this is like the beta sweepstakes. Here we go. And this is for the open beta. Yeah, March 24th. Play the Diablo 4 open beta. For a chance to be immortalized as a hero on the walls of the Cathedral of Diablo. Press for me. Very cool. So yeah, that's like the I'll put the link in my description below, but you can see right there, register now there. And I believe I'm pretty sure it's your Diablo character, not you, because to make it fit in the scene. But that's really cool. I signed up already. You go to the website, you have to make sure your account logged in. You just click beta sign up, I believe, and you're able to sign in. And you have to hit level. I believe you have to hit level 25 in the beta, the max level during that beta weekend. You have to hit level 25, and you just I think you're just automatically put into the uh the vote. And if you get picked, you get to have your character in the game, and not the game, in the cathedral. So that's really awesome. Um, anyways, yeah. And so here, let me move my cam out of the way. There we go. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the cathedral itself. I just kind of looked at Wikipedia because I didn't know much about any of this stuff. But in English, it's called the Cambrai Jesuit or Jesuit. I'm butchering that. I'm sorry. Chapel or cathedral church, and it's a Baroque style church located at the Place du Saint Supercur. I'm saying I'm butchering that. I'm sorry. In Cambrai, France. Um, built from 1679 to 1692. Wow, it's crazy how long buildings took back then. I actually do some drafting work in architecture, and built projects are built in 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and that let's see, that is 1, 10, 3, so about 13 years. That's crazy. I mean, it's a church and it's much more tilled. But that and it was as an annex to the oh, it was an annex to the college. It was classified as a historical monument in 1920. And so that was my thing. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is a historical monument. But as you can see on the top left there, um, they basically just placed canvases on wood structural pieces and just kind of plastered it onto the walls. So it's not damaging or doing anything to the walls. It's an unused church, so no one's using it right now. Uh, so they could do whatever they want with it, I guess. I don't know the legalities of that or the rules. So they have all this Diablo stuff up there. And I actually find it kind of funny. I remember reading a comment in one of the YouTube videos. It's like, so they basically made a Diablo church, Diablo, Satan, devils. So are there gonna like be satanic people coming to this church at midnight or something? Because they basically literally created it's an unused church. So it's a joke. I really don't think anything like that's gonna happen, but I mean it could. There's that 1% that satanic worshippers start, all the power to them, I guess. I'm not a religious person, so anyways, and then Baroque painting. My knowledge of Baroque painting, I know bits and pieces, but I basically, I learned this stuff in high school and very little in college. Like with architecture, I learned some of this in college. But basically, Baroque painting, architecture was all like an allegory. Back then, religion was a very big thing in these times. Every painting had like a story and a message. It was kind of like a canvas to tell a story. Encrypted with, yeah, allegorical characters and symbols, mythological creatures that were stuck on the ceilings and upper walls, giving the impression to those the ground looking up at the ceiling of the sky, showing angels, saints, mythological creatures, figures with like imagination and imaginary storytelling. Very cool. Um, and then click here. And then I kind of just these are some famous paintings and some Diablo paintings to compare. So I think the one on the top left, yeah, I guess I'll leave my camera here. This works. Uh, but as you can kind of see on the top left, I think that's one of the first ones we saw with Anarius and Lilith. But as you can kind of see, and then if you go to the right, I have to. Okay, there we go to the right. Um, that is Diego Vala. I'm sorry again if I butcher names here. This is all Italian names and European names. Diego Valazecchi, and this is the Las Miena uh, in 1656. It's crazy that was like 350 years ago. But as you can see, the top right and the bottom left are very similar, almost the same color palette. You can definitely see where they got their inspiration. And then Remembrance on the bottom there, the Night Watch, that's another one. But you can kind of see these are Baroque paintings, and then Diablo on the left. And you can really see how they got their inspiration, at least for this artwork. And I actually think the game takes some of this as well. They have a clip from Diablo for that too. Let's go to over here. I thought this one was cool. I just happened to be looking. So this is the Necromancer art. And I found this by Jean Onre Fragonard, The Progress of Love. And I was just flipping through Baroque paintings, and I came across this one. And I know it's a statue instead of a person, but it's literally a person on a concrete stand, people beneath it, and this main figurehead. And then instead of a tree, it's a golem. I wonder if they looked at this for inspiration. It's uncanny how similar these two are. Different aesthetic, but you got the central piece. Instead of a tree, it's a golem. Instead of people at the bottom, you got skeletons, and you got a guy standing on a podium thing. It was just a little interesting how close these two looked. Um, and anyways, I thought I would end with here's just some. I'll play this kind of in the background, but this was some. I think game footage from a couple months ago, basically just showing some of the environments. But I just wanted to play this while I chatted. Let me go back to the left here. Um, as you can kind of see in this gameplay footage, I almost feel like the art. Is it not playing? Oh, there we go. I actually think the artwork of Diablo 4, it's beautiful. I commend Blizzard for their work. I think no one ever complains about the Blizzard and Diablo Warcraft. I never think anyone ever complains about the art design. I think when you think of art design in video games, Blizzard has always been 10 out of 10, pretty high up there. Even Overwatch, their other games. But yeah, look at that. When I look at Diablo 4, I definitely get that feeling that it's almost, of course, it wasn't as simple as just a filter, but I actually think there's like almost I'm going to call it a filter. There's almost like this Baroque painting filter over the whole game as you can kind of look at this stuff. It really feels like they gave everything like this almost painted tone or shade over everything to make everything a little more gray and I'm not gonna say pixelated. It's like canvasy. I don't know how else to describe it. But you can really see that like if you paused any of this, you could almost see this. Of course, it's not one to one, but it almost looks like any of these shots could be a Baroque painting. Um, so I love that about the game. That's a cool shot. But it really does feel like Diablo 4 really nailed that Baroque Renaissance style and art, and even the characters in the game. But yeah, I just wanted to make kind of a fun video talking about this stuff. Hopefully, you liked my reactions and just some art history, very basic stuff. But maybe you didn't know much about Baroque art or painting, because my knowledge is from high school. Look at that! Oh, that's sweet. That's a cool shot right there. That's a cool dungeon entrance. And I'm so excited for this game. And Beta's in 10 days. It's wild. 10 or 9 days. I'm gonna play the crap out of it. I have some real life stuff, but I'm gonna play as much as I can and try to upload some footage. It's gonna be pretty unedited. Like I don't edit much anyways, but um, man, look at that. Yeah, I do think the shading and everything is incredible that they did. The art team. Well, let's fingers crossed and hope the game plays as good as the art direction. But anyways, this was me just being a nerd and fanboying over. Oh, and I think it's just replaying. Um, fanboying over the art and everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of video, just me talking about the art. Like I'm no art expert. This is just my basic knowledge, but it's still cool. I can appreciate. I'm one of those people that I don't know. I like going to museums and looking at art. Do I know exactly what the stuff is? No, but it's you can appreciate the old masters and just appreciate their skill in the craft and the time it took for them to do all this. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.